Hello everyone, today we speak about the last module of my course Become a Spiritual Warrior Mentor, Mono no Aware, which is one of the most profound and beautiful concepts in the Japanese philosophy, and it represents a deep emotional awareness of the passage of life. And it's the recognition that everything is fleeting and still that there is the unique beauty in impermanence. And so we can explore this philosophy through nature, art, and the connection with the human presence. So the term mono no aware comes from these two words, mono meaning things and aware meaning feeling or emotion. So together they describe this emotional response to the passage of life, to the nature of things. So it's not about sadness, but it's just that appreciation with just that little bit of sweet sadness, which is connected with the sabi, with the word and the concept of wabi-sabi. Like the falling of the petals in the cherry trees when they're falling down in their way, and there is the storm of the petals floating in the air, and there is just that sensation. And this is also happens when we need to leave things, when we need to leave situations in our life, people, when we need to detach ourselves. And so there is that melancholy. We feel sorry somehow that the experience has come to an end, but still we have the deep appreciation for the whole journey that we have done. And this is also the what we should experience at the end of our life. We don't need to feel sorry. We don't need to have any regret if we didn't experience anything in our life, because everything happens in the same perfect way that is supposed to be. Things are always in the right time, even if our mind says, but you did so much, you didn't do enough, or things were going too much longer. I had to wait too long for something to happen. No, because by waiting that time, I had the opportunity to learn patience. And this is what my soul and the reincarnation office, if you believe in that, has decided that we wanted to learn through this life. And how this happened, we need to have the opportunity to learn the art of patience. And so being inside the right rhythm, which is connected to the Joakyu, which is one of the other principles in the Japanese philosophy. Being in the right rhythm allows us to feel the appreciation for the passage of time, in which we need to arrive till the very end in the full awareness. So we don't need to pass away in a moment in which we are lost, because then in that time between the end of our life and the next reincarnation, which normally from the Buddhist perspective is called bardo, which is this transition, is the time of the transition between one side and the other side of the bridge. We need to be fully aware. We don't need to be lost in that darkness, because there will be several tests according to the different texts that we are reading, like a river that is coming to us and we don't need to bath in that river, or some situations in which we don't need to fall and we need to keep going. Till then, we are ready to come back in the next shape, in the next body reincarnation. Our soul, of course, continue the journey. So our souls will remember what we have experienced in this life. And all these experiences are stored in the cells and in the organs of our body. This is why sometimes we have the sensation that we hold emotions, experiences, memories that we haven't experienced this life, and then of course they come from other situations. Sometimes we also inherit them from other ancestors, and so sometimes we carry on with ourselves wounds that beliefs that belong to other reincarnations, and then we need to heal these wounds, this life. So it would have, of course, been amazing at the moment we were born, straight away to remember everything, so that we don't need to repeat the journey again. But sometimes there are some years in which we need to go back and then remaster this art of remembering, simply remembering who we are, and that the whole knowledge that we have gained in the other reincarnations, in the other lives, has not gone lost, but simply we add something else, even if sometimes we need to repeat some lessons because we haven't learned them enough. It will not be, of course, again the same experience. And so this full appreciation of the passage of life needs to remind us that the experience is unique, and we need to be present in the moment, so that then because we are always concentrated in what has come before and what has to come afterwards, we are planning, we are remembering, and 90% of our time is spent in the loop, in the repetitions of our mind, thinking about the same things all the time. And so this was the last brief explanation of my last module of the course that starts the 22nd of February, and it happens in 3 weekends, in February, March, and in June. And you have the opportunity to join one day, a full weekend, or the full course if you want to get the certificate and qualify and get the full experience, in case you want to do a full personal transformation, because it happens to practical ways, practical rituals in which we are learning something. And then, of course, if you are an holistic practitioners, you can also find a way to share this knowledge with other people in order to be able to help them.